dude that wrote.
What was that?
That's the dude that wrote my play.
Yeah. Shannon, where's your notes?
He wrote all our plays.
And you guys are homies? Is that what you said?
Yeah, we're homies. We hang out all the time.
Cardboard. He's fake. See him? He's a fake.
Me and Shakespeare hang out all the time.
Should that come? No, I would definitely have it.
Shakespeare's my homeboy.
Hi, girl. Ready to go? Daniela.
Does this look natural?
Kalista.
Hi. Does this look natural?
Yes.
What's
Yes.
up? Ozzy,
My name is Jorah Fritz, and I'll be performing as Mistress Paige.
My name is Chloe Francie, and I will be Sir John Falstaff.
My name is Shannon Calasinas, and I'll be playing Mistress Ford.
My name is Ekaterini Papazakos. We are all in 5th grade at Liberty Elementary, and I will be performing Robin in The Merry Wives of Windsor, Act 3, Scene 3.
What's Robert?
Quickly, quickly, it's a buck basket.
I want what Robert, I say.
Come.
Here, set it down.
Give your men a charge. We must be brief.
Mary, as I told you before, be ready here, hard by in the brew house, and when I suddenly call you, come forth without any pause or staggering. Take this basket on your shoulders. That done, trudge with it in all haste, and there, empty it in the muddy ditch close by the Thames side.
You will do it.
I had told them over and over, they lacked no direction. Begone, and come when you are called.
My master, Sir John, has come at your back door, Mistress Ford, and requests your company. You little Jacqueline, have you been true to us? I'll be sworn. My master knows not of your being here, and hath threatened to put me to everlasting liberty if I tell you of it. He swears he'll turn me away. Thou'rt a good boy. This circus of thine shall be a tale to thee, and make thee a new doublet and hose. I'll go hide me.
Do so. Go tell thy master I am alone. Mistress Paige, remember your cue.
I warn thee, if I do not act it, hiss me.
Go to then. We use this unwholesome humidity, this gross watery pumpkin. We'll teach him to know turtles from jays.
Have I caught thee, my heavenly jewel? Why, now let me die, for I have lived long enough. This is the period of my ambition. Oh, this blessed hour.
A sweet Sir John.
Mistress Ford, I cannot cog, I cannot prate. Mistress Ford, now shall I sin in my wish? I would thy husband were dead. I'll speak it before the best lord. I'd make thee my lady.
I, your lady, Sir John? Alas, I should be a pitiful lady.
Let the court of France show me such another. I see how thine eye would emulate a diamond. Thou hast the right arch beauty of brow that becomes the ship tire, the tire valiant, or any attire of the Venetian admittance.
Plain kerchief, Sir John. My brows become nothing else. No, that will neither.
By the Lord, thou art a traitor to say so. Thou wouldst make an absolute courtier, and the firm fixture of thy foot will give an excellent motion to thy gait in thy semicircled farthingale. I see what thou wert, if fortune thy foe were not, nature thy friend. Come, thou canst not hide it.
Believe me, Sir John, there is no such thing in me.
What made me love thee? Let that persuade thee. There's something extraordinary in thee. Come, I cannot cog and say thou art this and that, like many of these lisping hawthorn buds that come like women in men's apparel, and smell like buckler's berry in simple time. I cannot, but I love thee, none but thee, and thou deservest it.
Do not betray me, sir. I fear you love Mistress Paige.
Thou might as well say I love to walk by the counter gate, which is hateful to me as the reek of my own.
Well, heaven knows how I love you
that mind. I'll desert Risted.
Nay, I must tell you, so you do, or else I could not be in that mind.
Mistress Ford, here's Mistress Page at the door, sweating and blowing and looking wildly, and would needs to speak with you presently.
She shall not see me. I will sconce me behind the arrows.
Pray you do so. She is a very tattling woman. What's the matter? How now?
Oh, Mistress Ford, what have you done? You're shamed, you're overthrown, you're undone forever.
What's the matter, good Mistress Page? What shall I do? There's a gentleman, my dear friend, for now I no shame, so much as his pearl. I'd rather than £1,000 be out of this house.
For shame never stand till you had rather, and you had rather. Your husband's here. At him, bethink you of some conveyance. In the house, you cannot hide him. Oh, how have you deceived me? Look, here's a basket. If it be of any reasonable stature, he may creep in here and throw foul linen upon him, as if he were going to buck him. Or, it is whiting time. Send him by your 2 men to Datchet me.
He's too big to go in there. What shall I do?
Let me see it, let me see it. Oh, let me see it. Alan, follow your friend's counsel. Alan.
What, Sir John Falstaff, are these your letters, knights?
I love thee. Help me away. Let me creep in here. I'll never...
Thank you.
I am in the 5th grade at Pittsburgh Liberty, and I will be performing the 3rd witch in Macbeth, Act 3, Scene 2.
I am Mark Peters. I go to Pittsburgh Liberty. I am in the 5th grade. I will be playing as the 2nd witch.
My name is Joshua Koval. I am in 5th grade at Pittsburgh Liberty, and I will be playing First Witch.
Thrice the breath that cat hath young.
Thrice so much the hate creates mind.
Hark here, guys. 'Tis time, 'tis time. Round about the cauldron go, and the poison and the fire. There's the best good one. Slaughter there to God. Boil up our feet to the jar of God.
Double, tired trouble. Fire burning, cauldron bubble. Fill it up, finish Nick. In the quadruple bake, eye of newt, toe of frog, will of bat, tongue of dog, outer's fork and blind sting, lizard's leg and outlet's three. Leg, forward turn, foul for trouble, like a rough boil bubble. Double, toil and trouble, fire burning, cauldron bubble.
Scale of dragon, tooth of wolf, which is mummy, moss, and gold. Of the riven salt sea shark, root of hemlock, diggeth the dark. Liver of blaspheming Jew, gall of goat and slips of yew, slivered in the nose of lips, nose of Turk and Tartar's lips. Finger of a birth string full of babe, which delivered by a drab, make the drool thick and slab. Add thereto a tiger's chaldron for the ingredients of our cauldron.
Double, toil and trouble, fire burning, cauldron bubble. Gullet with baboon's blood, then the charm is firm and good. By the prickering of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes. Open locks, whoever knocks. Thank you.
Performing as Burgess. Hi, my name is Anna Maria Chetia. I go to Pittsburgh Liberty. I'm in the 5th grade, and I will be performing as 1st and 2nd watchman.
Hi, my name is Daniela Schaefer. I go to Pittsburgh Liberty, and I will be performing as Dogberry. And we are performing a scene from Much Ado About Nothing, Act 3, Scene 3. and there be any matter of which you call up me. Keep your fellows' counsels in your own, and good night.
Well, masters, we here on charge. Let us go sit here upon the church bench till 2, and I'll go to bed.
One more word, honest neighbors. I pray you watch Signor Leonardo's door. For the wedding being there tomorrow, there is a great coil tonight. Adieu. Be vigilant, I beseech you. Thank you.
Liberty Elementary, and I'm in the 4th grade. I am Marta Halash, and from Pittsburgh Liberty, and I'm in the 4th grade.
I'll be playing the part of Hermia.
I'll be playing the part of Helena.
And we're performing a scene from Midsummer's Night's Dream,
Act 2, Scene 3.
Lo, she is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive that you've conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia. Most ungrateful maid. Have you conspired? Have you with these contrived to bait me with this foul derision? Is all the counsel that we two have shared, the sisters' vows, the hours that we have spent, when we have the hasty-footed time for parting us, oh, is it all forgot? It is not friendly, 'tis not maidenly. Our sex as well as I may chide you for it, though I alone do feel the injury.
I'm amazed at your passionate words. I scorn you not. It seems you scorn me.
Have you not set Lysander as in scorn to follow me and praise my eyes and face, and made your other love, Demetrius, who even but now did spur me with his foot to call me goddess, nymph, divine, and rare? Precious, celestial, wherefore speaks he this to her he hates, and wherefore doth Lysander deny your love, so rich within his soul, tender me, forceth affection, but by your setting on by your consent, would thought I be not so in grace as you, so hung upon love, so fortunate, but miserable most, to love, unlove, this you should pity rather than despise.
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do present counterfeit sad looks, make mouths upon you when I turn my back, wink each at other, hold the sweet jest up. This sport well prepared shall be chronicled, and if you have any pity, grace, or manners, you would not make me such an argument. But fare you well, 'tis partly my own fault, which death or absence soon shall remedy.
Oh, me, you juggler, you canker blossom, you thief of love. Have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from him?
Fine faith, have you no modesty and no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? What? Will you rip impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, you counterfeit, you puppet, you!
Puppet? Why so? That way goes the game. Now I perceive that she hath made compare between our statures. She hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height forsooth, she hath prevailed with him. And are you grown so high in his esteem? Because I'm so dwarfish and so low. How low am I, thou painted maypole? Speak, how low am I? I'm not yet so low that my nails could reach unto thine eyes.
I pray you, though you mock me, gentlemen, let her not hurt me. I was never cursed. I have no gift at all in truishness. I'm a right maid for my cowardice. Let her not strike me. You perhaps may think, because she is something lower than myself, that I can match her.
Lower, hark, again.
Good Hermia, do not be so bitter with me. I evermore did love you, Hermia. Did ever keep your counsels, never wronged you. Say that, love unto Demetrius. I told him of your stealth unto this wood. He followed you. For love, I followed him. But he hath chinned me hence and threatened me to strike me, spur me, nay, to kill me too. And now, so you let me quite go, to Athens will I bear my folly back and follow you no further. Let me go. You see how somehow fond I am.
Why, get you gone. Who is that hinders you?
A foolish heart that I leave here behind.
What, with Lysander?
with Demetrius.
Thank you.
My name is Ekaterini Papazakos. I'm in 5th grade at Liberty Elementary. I will be performing Juliet from Romeo and Juliet, Act 4, Scene 3.
Farewell. God knows when we shall meet again. I have a faint, cold fear that thrills through my veins and almost freezes up the heat of life. I shall call them back again to comfort me. Nurse! What should she do here? My dismal scene, I needs must act alone. Come by. What if this mixture do not work at all? Shall I be married then tomorrow morning? No, no. This shall forbid. Lie thou there. What if it be a poison, which by the friar subtly had ministered to have me dead, lest in this marriage he should be dishonored, because he married me before to Romeo? I fear it is, but yet methinks it should not, for he hath still been tried a holy man. How if, when I am laid into the tomb, I wake before the time that Romeo come to redeem me? There is a fearful point. Shall I not then be stifled into the vault, to whose foul mouth no healthsome air breathes in, and there die strangled ere my Romeo comes? Or, if I live, is it not very like the horrible conceit of death and night together, with the terror of the place, as in a vault, an ancient receptacle, where for these many hundred years the bones of all my buried ancestors are packed, where bloody Tybalt, yet but green in earth, lies festering in his shroud. And as they say, at some hours in the night, spirits resort. Alack, alack, it is not like that I, so early waking with the loathsome smells, and the shrieks like mandrakes torn out of the earth, and living mortals, hearing them, run mad. Oh, if I wake, I shall not be distraught, environed with all these hideous fears, and madly play with my forefathers' joints, and pluck the mangled Tybalt from his shroud, and with some great kinsman's bone dash out my desperate brains. Look, methinks I see my cousin's ghost, seeking out Romeo that did spit his body upon a rapier's point. Stay, Tybalt, stay! Romeo, 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 here's drink. I drink to thee. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Anna Maria Chedia. I'm in 5th grade at Pittsburgh Liberty, and I will be performing as Roy from King Henry V, Act 2, Scene 3. As young as I am, I've observed these 3 swashers. I'm boy to them all 3, but all they 3, though they would serve me, could not be a man for me. For indeed, such 3 antics do not amount to a man. For Bardolph, he's white-livered and red-faced, by means whereof faces out, but fights not. For Pistol, he had the killing tongue and a quiet sword, by the means whereof breaks words and keeps whole weapons. For Nim, he hath heard that men of few words are the best men, therefore he scorns to say his prayers, least I should be thought a coward. But his few bad words are matched with as few good deeds, for never broke any man's head but his own, and that was against the post when he was drunk. They will steal anything and call it purchase. Bardolph stole a lute case, bore it 12 leagues, and sold it for 3 halfpence. Nim and Bardolph are sworn brothers soldiers in filching. In Calais, they once stole a fire shovel. I knew by that piece of service the men would carry coals. They would have me as familiar with the men's pockets as their gloves or their handkerchiefs, which makes much against my manhood to take from another's pocket to put into mine. It is just plain pocketing up of wrongs. I must leave them and seek some better service. Their villainy goes against my weak stomach, and therefore I must cast it off. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Amelia Rosenstock. I go to Pittsburgh Liberty. I'm in the 5th grade, and I'll be performing Puck from A Midsummer Night's Dream, Act 3, Scene 2. My mistress, with the monster, is in love near to her close and consecrated bower while she was in her dull and sleeping hour. A crew of patches, rude mechanicals, that work for bread upon Athenian stalls, were met together to rehearse a play intended for great Theseus's nuptial day. The shallow stick skin of that barren sort, who Pyramus presented in their sport, forsook his scene and entered in a break, when I did him at this advantage take, an ass's knoll I fixed on his head, anon his thisbys must be answered, and forth my mimic comes, when they am spied, as wild geese set the creeping fowler eye, or rusticated chops, many in sort, rising and cawing at the gun's report, sever themselves and madly sweep the sky, though at his sight away his fellows fly. Their sense thus weak, lost with their fears thus strong, made senseless things begin to do them wrong. For briars and thorns at their apparel snatch, some sleeves, some hats, from yielders all things catch. I led them on in this distracted fear, and left sweet Pyramus translated there, when in that moment so it came to pass, Titania waked and straightway loved an ass. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Michael Eddie Harvey, and I'm in Pittsburgh Liberty. I will be performing the play As You Like It, Act 2, Scene 7.
Can you say your character?
Oh, Jacques. All the world stage and all the men and women in the early plays. They have their exits and their entrances. And one man in his time plays many parts. He acts being 7 ages. At first, the kneeling and puking in the nurse's arms. Then, the whining schoolboy with his satchel and shining morning face, creeping like a snail, unwillingly to school. Then, the lover. Sighing like a furnace, with woeful bower, made to his mistress' eyebrow. Then a soldier. Full of strange oaths and bearded like the pod. Jelson on a sudden and quick in court, seeking the bubble reputation, even in the cannon's mouth. Then injustice, and fair rounded belly, could Caton line, with eye severe, beard of formal cut, full of wise saws and modern instances. And so he plays his part. The 6th stage shifts into the lean of slippered pantaloon, with spectacles on nose and pouch on side, his big manly voice well saved, a world too wide for a shrunk segment. And his big manly voice turning again towards the childish tremble, with pipes and whistles in his sound. The last scene of all, that ends this strange, eventful history. the second childishness and mere oblivion. Saints' teeth, saints' eyes, saints' taste, saints' everything. Thank you.